Anmol, can you hear me?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, Rajiv, I can hear you.
I wanted to get a sense from you. You seem to be in an area total blackout. Is the blackout still there in large parts of where you are?
Rajiv, currently I am here in Pathankot. It was seen that around 9 in the night, people here in Pathankot heard series of blasts, and currently I am standing few steps away from the Pathankot airbase, which became the epicenter of Pakistan attack. But yes, our air defense system has neutralized various of the missiles targeted towards the airbase, and currently also we are hearing, as you have heard, Rajiv, as you have heard, you can hear the blast. You can hear the blast coming from the airbase in Pathankot. Rajiv, have you heard that?
Yeah, that was. You know, those are images, as I said, deferred images that we are getting. Anmol will come to you in a moment. Remember, Pathankot significant also because this also happened within a month of Prime Minister Modi meeting Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif in December. We had the attack on the Pathankot airbase in January of 2016. So Pathankot significant, again, areas close to the international border. Pakistan has targeted them today. India has given a befitting response. Mir Farid joining us. Srinagar on high alert, large parts, electricity cut off is what you told us when we last spoke to you. Mir Farid.
Yes, Rajdeep. Electricity has been cut off, and we've been told that it is a precautionary measure. Also, schools sending messages that they remain closed for the time being. And we also getting reports from various parts where blasts have been heard. Latest I can share with you is that in South Kashmir, Khandru, we know it's a big weapons depot. There, anti-aircraft guns have been activated. They have fired some rounds because there was drone movement detected. Then again, in Avantipura, we've been told that some drones have been sighted. There again, anti-aircraft guns and other ammunition has been used. So it's overall, if we talk of multiple places across, they have been activated. They have seen escalation. We've also been told, and our sources say that there has been some retaliation from the Indian side. Some missiles have been fired towards Pakistan. So already, if we talk of this particular attack, retaliation has started. And while damage assessment is something that we'll have to wait for, obviously, as of now, no reports of any casualties. But again, this is a dynamic situation. There are blasts that are happening even as I speak to you in various parts. And it is like various frontiers which were silent even from the last 7-8 days have been activated by Pakistan. Places like Gurez have seen anti-aircraft guns or drones being fired at by the Indian Army. Similar drone sightings in Gulmarg. And as I said, Srinagar Airport, which is a very sensitive strategic airport, is on highest alert, and they're activated their batteries because there were reports that there could be drones headed towards Srinagar Airport
and
as well.
Even as you're speaking, we are getting fresh reports. India hits back at Pakistan, firing fresh missiles at Pakistan. Gaurav, just to get a sense, neither side has crossed, presumably, each other's airspace as of now. These are missiles being fired by the two sides using their long-range missiles or using drones, but remaining within each other's territory. Am I correct?
Rajdeep, this is the new nature of warfare that is being fought between India and Pakistan, two nuclear weapon states, because this is a way where you can, should there be a requirement, contain it, control it, and de-escalate. And India every day is making that statement that the onus is on Pakistan. India is responding to everything that Pakistan does. Day one, Pakistan targeted Pahalgam, so India responded. Even right now, when Pakistan is escalating and Pakistan's air raid warnings, India has fired missiles at Pakistan, would be to take down three things. One, if they've targeted our airbase, their airbase goes. If they've targeted any of our vital assets and vital points, their vital assets and vital points go. There maybe in one case, if they target one, we target two because we are far superior. And no, Rajdeep, I completely disagree that this is a game where two sides are playing for a draw. India is playing to win. And this is a very decisive situation where India wants to send across that message that Pakistan is a very tiny state. It is a nuclear weapon state, but a tiny nuclear weapon state that has to be put in its place. And it will be, Rajdeep, because it's not just militarily, it's also economically, diplomatically, in every way, India is far superior. That permitted Pakistan for very long to punch far above its weight. So its generals have to be cut to size, its diplomats, its civil society, all of them who think they're equal to India have to be cut down to size.
We're getting more breaking news. As air warning system has been shot in Pakistan, Punjab. Pakistan Air Force AWACS have been shot down. India has fired fresh missiles at Pakistan. And the important news that we got you a little while ago, 2 JF-17s, which are Chinese-made, 1 F-16 has been shot down by India. Therefore, a total of 3 Pakistani fighter jets have been brought down by India. Remember, Pakistan has been claiming, including its Prime Minister, that they've shot down 5 Indian jets. No confirmation, no evidence provided of that. But India today, sources now confirming that 3 Pakistani fighter jets have been brought down by India, and at least Pakistan is confirming that 2 of them indeed have been brought down. So 3 Pakistani...
It's a huge setback if an AWACS, that Saab 2000, it's an airborne early warning command and control system. There is no equality, Rajdeep. See what is happening on ground. If an AWACS has been brought down, it just shows it's an airborne early warning command and control system. If that has been brought down, it just shows, one, tactically Pakistan is weaker, militarily Pakistan is weaker. If it cannot protect its AWACS, and AWACS doesn't fly in isolation, and AWACS has a package that is protecting it, it has multiple fighter jets that protect it. If an AWACS has been brought down, it's a huge loss for Pakistan.
I'm getting another piece of breaking news in Rajouri. There has been a terror attack, a suicide attack. Pakistan, remember, has consistently attempted to use terror as a weapon in such situations. So the news we are getting is in Rajouri, there has been an attempted suicide terror attack. Suicide attack on an army installation in Jammu and Kashmir. We'll get more details on that.
India has hit Lahore. India has hit Lahore. This is what Pakistan does not realize, what India intends to do. Hit terror at source. And if Lahore has been hit, Rajdeep, we will just wait to see what has been hit. Is it 4 core? Because clearly, Rajdeep, you know, when people think India plays for a draw, no, this is a different India. It does not play for a draw. It sends across a message. Military jihad complex will be punished. If Lahore has been hit, it's the nerve center of Pakistan and Pakistan's Punjab. That Pakistani Punjabi Musalman mindset is being targeted, Rajdeep. That's exactly what is happening. AWACS down, JF-17 down, Lahore hit.
Let's get more details of India hitting Lahore. Remember, Lahore is the heart of Pakistan, Punjab. That is the city where Pakistani power comes from, both the military power and its political power. India's counterattack in Lahore. Remember, this morning, India claimed that they had, and India reinforced the fact that Pakistan's Lahore air defense systems had been neutralized. Missiles and drones had been used to target Lahore's air defense systems, and they had been totally neutralized. So India's response has been clear. You hit us in Jammu, we will hit you right in your heartland. And that is the danger that Pakistan has. They can try to hit us in Jammu or a Jaisalmer, which are close to the border. We can go right into the heartland of Pakistan, because the counter-attack in Lahore sends a clear message that Pakistan, Punjab, we saw it earlier this morning, Sialkot, Rawalpindi and Lahore were hit by missiles and drones, and Pakistan had very little response to it. So while India today has brought down 3 Pakistani jets in their attempt to target Jammu and Jaisalmer, India has gone a step further, gone and hit Lahore, which is the heart of Pakistan, Punjab.
India, Rajdeep, if I may, India had hit Lahore just 2 days ago, even in Muridke. Muridke is on the outskirts of Lahore, the headquarters of Lashkar-e-Taiba.
Those were very different, because those were hitting Bahawalpur and Muridke, which were terror bases of the Jaish and the Lashkar.
Right.
And India made it very clear then, we are hitting terror infrastructure, not military installations. What we are now seeing is, after Pakistan strikes on attempted strikes on India, India has hit back on presumably equivalent targets in Lahore. Now, what those targets are, we'll wait and see. But India hitting Lahore, counter-attack in Lahore, is a clear message that the government of India is not going to stand by to watch what Pakistan does. This is clear retaliatory action. Important to use the word retaliatory, which India has made it very clear that this escalatory spiral was started by Pakistan with Pahalgam.
External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar saying Any action by Pakistan will be met with a firm response. And Rajdeep, this is a very significant point. To hit Lahore would require political clearance. And this is where Narendra Modi government, Rajdeep, is very different from any government in the past, even if it was an Atal Bihari Vajpayee who said that your aircraft will not go across. Here, Balakot, your aircraft went across. Right now, your missiles and your drones and your systems are hitting across and hard, Rajdeep.
Okay, let's get exactly what Dr. S. Jaishankar has said. He said, I've spoken with U.S. Secretary Rubio. Remember, he's also National Security Advisor, Rubio, at the moment. Deeply appreciate U.S. commitment to work with India in the fight against terrorism. Underlined India's targeted and measured response. And these are important words. Targeted and measured response to cross-border terrorism. We will firmly counter any attempts at escalation. So what you've got is Pakistan provoking India to push up the escalatory ladder. India making it very clear that we have targeted and measured response to cross-border terrorism. If you hit Jammu, we will hit Lahore. And therefore, the costs for Pakistan are that much greater because Lahore, as I keep repeating, is the heartland of Pakistan. It's the heartland of Pakistan's Punjab. When you hit Lahore, you're really hitting the jugular vein, if I may use the word that was used by General Munir, of Pakistan. And therefore, Pakistan has been sent a firm warning, a counterattack. All of this happening in the last couple of hours. I think the one concern is just how fast things are happening. When you go up an escalatory spiral, when it happens in a couple of hours, then coming down is not so easy. But when Pakistan struck Jammu today, despite warnings by India that they were not into an escalatory battle, they have effectively given a red rag to India. India has struck back and hit Lahore. Remember, all of this also comes on the backdrop of NSA Ajit Doval meeting Prime Minister Narendra Modi a short while ago with a complete briefing. Secretary of State of the United States, Marco Rubio, spoken to Dr. Jaishankar. But as Dr. Jaishankar's responses said, we will firmly counter any attempts at escalation. But that does not mean that India does not reserve, and these are my words, India does not reserve the right to retaliate. So Pakistan escalation will get a firm response is the message that India has sent. Now, whether that message reaches GHQ in Rawalpindi is clear. Remember, earlier today, India had hit Lahore's missile systems. Those defense systems had been neutralized.
And you know, Rajdeep, if I may, if the Pakistanis had understood how India would react, the moment your air defense system has been hit, you know you're vulnerable, you don't have a shield, you do not escalate. A sane military mind would not have escalated, but Pakistan is not a sane military mind. Their army chief Asim Munir, he escalated, he hit Jammu, perhaps thinking that India will respond either in Sialkot or somewhere in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. But that is not how India is thinking. India is thinking to quickly put Pakistan in its place, or that military jihad complex in its place. And that's exactly what you do. You hit where Pakistan is most vulnerable, and Lahore, without an air defense shield, is where they're vulnerable. Their AWACS has gone down. And why, Rajdeep, did they bring their AWACS up? Because they don't have radars on ground. Just understand, military is science. It is a scientific operation. This is how you bring your enemy into a place, what is called a kill zone. You brought the AWACS into a kill zone and killed it there.
You're seeing the images that are playing out on your screen at the moment. Those are deferred images that you're seeing. Pakistan air warning systems have been hit in Punjab. Pakistan escalation will get a firm response is Dr. Jaishankar's comment. So clearly Pakistan now finds itself on the defensive because it is Pakistan. And this point was reiterated importantly by the Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri in a press briefing. Pakistan began the escalatory spiral with what it happened in Pahalgam, when innocent civilians were targeted in the manner that they were by the Pakistani-based jihadi factory. So in that sense, Pakistan now getting a sense, you hit us, whether it's Jaisalmer or Jammu, we will come into your heartland. Now, will that be enough to make General Munir see reason? To be rational about what we are seeing around us is the key to what happens next. Pakistan must recognize now that they cannot get away by constantly going on this escalatory ladder without expecting more kinetic action from India.
Absolutely. Rajdeep, if I may, India's actions aren't just kinetic. India has also released water from the Salal Dam exactly at 5 o'clock in the evening. That water will be reaching Pakistan and some of those areas in Pakistan closer to midnight, which is what would make Pakistan's operations even more difficult. Even the civilian areas would be inundated in a while from now. So there are kinetic measures, there are non-kinetic measures that India is taking. That's point one. Point two, Indus Waters Treaty being held in abeyance was a signal that was going out to Pakistan. Stop terror if you want water. Water is not being weaponized to stop it. India will only harness the entire amount of water that we are entitled to. Lahore being hit is like, you know, when Sri Ram had to kill Ravan, Ravan was hit in his navel. That is how you destroy evil. Pakistan has to be targeted in Pakistan's Punjab province when you want to destroy that evil of radical Islamist terror and that military jihad complex. And India is hitting Pakistan in Lahore, in Bahawalpur, in Murid ke Rajdeep.